G'day, it's Pete here again. I thought, well, it's been a week, and it's been quite a long week for some. And I thought I'd just kind of say hello and give you a thought for the day very shortly. But before I do, I just need to let you know that the last time I spoke, I had Afghans cooking. And I want to show you what they look like before I move on to the thought for the day. Here they are here. I've got a tin of them. I was asked by a friend, who gave those to you? Well, I cooked these myself. They are beautiful without the walnut. Anyway, I just want to acknowledge today friends of mine who have lost family members through natural causes over the last week, and are having little funerals here and there. So I'm just remembering them today. Anybody else that you might know too that has lost someone over this time. I guess over this last week, I have been reading once again, as I say, been reading the biography of Martin Luther King, and I'll talk to you about him in a minute. But before that, I also watched a video of video of Patch Adams. Beautiful story, well worth watching with the family. You know, one of the lines that he said was, "Let compassion be contagious." I guess that's so true, particularly where he was working in the medical world. And, you know, when there was sickness all around him and so forth, he said compassion is the winner in the end. And Martin Luther King, fabulous biography. And as it goes, he was saying, you know, that it was part of his biography when the news reporter was at the funeral of Martin Luther King. And he was filming it. And as he was parting from the cemetery, there was an elderly man sitting there crying. And the reporter went over to him and asked him, you know, why do you cry? And he said, I cry because this man believed in us more than we believed in ourselves. He stayed with us even when we weren't worth staying with. And the reporter said this man just had tears rolling down his face. And he walked away thinking, well, if that's not faithfulness, what is it? And it is certainly faithfulness. You imagine at our funerals if someone could say that about us, you know, believing in us more than we believed in ourselves. Terrific. You know, there's a gift needed today for all of us in the weeks, as the weeks get longer, I think. And that is that phrase, faithfulness, a simple promise to stay around. You know, even in our families, I'm sure, in our marriages and relationships, in our friendships, in the communities we might live with, the people that we move around with, in our workplaces. You know, we can't get away with promising things that we can't keep. For example, we're going to mess up. We're going to disappoint. We're going to clash. We're going to argue. Our promise, though, is we will always be there, no matter what. And that is enough. So that's my thought for the day. And thank you for tuning in and listening. And no doubt we'll come back to you next week. After all, it's a week. We're into our second week now. So thank you. Thank you for allowing me in your home. See you later.